The woman says she is owed a month's salary, and when she asked for it, she says Diggs became violent. Patriots wide receiver Stefon Diggs accused of trying to choke a woman working as a private chef at this home on Schoolmaster Lane in Dedham. Court documents show Diggs and the woman had been texting because she said he owed her money. She says earlier this month he walked into her unlocked bedroom and, quote,
star wide receiver Stefon Diggs and Cardi B, new baby daddy, is in some serious legal trouble right now, looking at misdemeanor and felony charges for strangulation and assault. It's not looking good.
The woman says when she told Diggs she still hadn't been paid, he responded with lies and walked out of the room. The police report shows the woman had some redness on her chest, but didn't take pictures. Diggs' lawyer says Stefon Diggs categorically denies these allegations. They are unsubstantiated, uncorroborated, and were never investigated because they did not occur. The timing and motivation for making the allegations is crystal clear. They are the direct result of an employee-employer financial dispute that was not resolved to the employee's satisfaction. Stefon looks forward to establishing the truth in a court of law. And Diggs is expected to be formally charged in this courthouse next month. We did try reaching the woman and did not hear back.
According to the reports, they even tried to offer some hush money, tried to make her sign the NDA, and even Cardi B got involved. Man, she's involved. She tried to reach out to try to, make things less serious to see if they can resolve it. But unfortunately,
court documents show the incident happened on December 2nd. Diggs' lawyers just appeared in Dedham District Court over the phone. They are fighting to keep the police report from the public. They also say Diggs made a financial offer to the victim to resolve the dispute. The judge says she is taking it all under advisement and will make a decision shortly. We'll let you know when she does.
It was his personal in-home chef that he was paying to put together his meals for the season. The dispute started from a dispute over the pay, the money. He worth like $100 million, so I don't really understand that, but I'm gonna show y'all the text messages and all the news reports that we got going on. But unfortunately, she's saying that she wasn't getting paid, and she missed a month's of pay. And the conversation did not go as planned.
A text from the chef saying, "You will be paying me out for the season and the money you said you would give me for my business. I'm out of your life." Diggs answering, quote, "I won't be paying you expletive. Expletive I look like. Paying you and another chef, is you high?" After that, the chef says on December 2nd is when the argument escalated in person.
Damn. It's not looking good. So after that, the report says he walked into her room, which was in his house. So obviously she was living there. He walked into an unlocked room.
Smacked her across the face. She said that she tried to push him away. The male then tried to choke her using the crook of his elbow around her neck. The documents go on to say the woman had trouble breathing and that she felt like she could have blacked out. She said that as she tried to pry his arm away, he tightened his grip. At that point, the male threw her onto the bed. He said something to the effect of, "Thought so."
He addressed her to try to get an understanding. And from her point, he just went crazy on her, man. Put the elbow on her neck and I'm not trying to make light of no situation. I'm just trying to give y'all a visual of what I'm getting. Put the elbow on her neck and got to basically letting her know, like, yeah, this is not gonna go how you think it's gonna go. And this is reports. I wasn't there, but and then after the dispute, them getting physical, she speaks again. Like, I kind of still need my money that's owed to me. And his response was basically, you're not getting it. You're lying. You're making a fuss over something that you're not even due. Like, this is not what it is. But yeah, according to the reports, that's what's going on right now. And Cardi B tried to reach out to her as well.
According to details or reports, the complaint states that Stefon Diggs' personal chef is claiming that she got a call from Stefon Diggs' girlfriend, which is Cardi B. And apparently Cardi B was telling her, hey, man, you don't need to do this. You don't need to call the police. It's not that big of a deal. Now, according to her, she got recordings or messages of Cardi B trying to give her hush money or trying to silence her, trying to get her not to go through with this, which ultimately, bruh, after hearing about this,
tell her like, hey, you know, you don't got to do all this. It doesn't have to go to that extent. And let's keep it real, man. It's really no telling what happened. It could be anything. It could be, man, he felt like she wasn't owed the money or something of that nature. It could be, man, let's be honest, man. Diggs been doing his digging, man. They could have been having their own little secret situation, and it didn't unfold in her favor or how she wanted to. Or maybe even she just like seen the opportunity and went for it. Or he got physical with her and he just didn't want to pay. I mean, worth $100 million. How much you supposedly owe? But then you don't know. And from the text messages that we are seeing that had been brought to the public, he wasn't hearing that. He wasn't trying to like, hey, I'm not paying you. This was going on. Like, you know, to get it back in blood. In my terms, like, let's keep it real. But I don't know. It's not looking good. And I mean, let's be real, man. On both ends, if it did happen the way that is being brought to us, that's a dumb move, man. You know, the playoffs is coming, your team doing good, you doing good, you got a lot going on. You got Cardi B just had your child only a couple months. You have another child on the way. It's a lot going on for it just to be you getting physical with somebody who's not receiving a payment over services, whether it was given or not. If she's living in the home, I mean, I'm not living here for nothing and for free. But, you know, when you add other things into the pot, like, you know, sexual things and like that, not saying that, because that hasn't been proven. But, like, come on, man. NFL player, man, athlete, NFL, and come on, man. I'm pretty sure she's easy on the eyes. Let's be for real, man. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure something of that nature was going on. And especially for something to get physical so fast over a money dispute with not much else, I don't know, man. I really don't see that happening too often, but it's definitely possible. You can't count nothing out, especially with the NFL and all the trauma coming to the head. And we've seen a lot of stuff like this happen before. Let's be honest, man. So we gotta just be open because it's just very, very possible. But other than that, he tried to like, hey, if you want the money, reach out to my assistant, and the assistant kind of threw out like, hey, if you want to get what's due or what maybe the money to get the situation handled, you're gonna have to sign this NDA. And who want to do that, especially if I feel like I just got in a physical situation and there was such a problem about you not wanting to pay me. Most likely I do not want to sign an NDA. But it's just all very unfortunate for all parties involved. Cardi B, the chef, Stefon Diggs, and even the New England Patriots. Man, this is not good at all.
Felony charge would carry with it a much more serious sentence than the misdemeanor charge, and it would include the potential for imprisonment in the state prison versus just the regular jail. So the nature of the charges make them very different. We don't know if it's a strangulation or a suffocation at this point. We don't really know what the facts are supporting these allegations, but that is definitely the more serious charge of the two. The assault and battery would carry a sentence up to 2.5 years in the House of Correction as a misdemeanor if convicted. Whether or not somebody gets if convicted, whether or not somebody actually receives the type of sentence they receive depends on the nature of the crime, whether or not they accept responsibility in any way, show remorse, but also whether or not there is a prior criminal history here that would support a harsher sentence. So as this all sort of still is unfolding, we really don't know a whole lot. We'll know more at the arraignment later in January. That should provide some more details about what the allegations are and would shed some light on what potential sentence could look like if he's actually convicted.
But there's one party involved that this might be a rejoice moment. Offset, man, he like, I told you. Cardi at least, and I know he don't like dude. He knocking walls down. Like, he ain't just scoring on the field, he's scoring on the infield. Let's be for real, man. It's not a game, it's for real. And it's like, man, probably around his kids, man, making the wall shaking. It's just a lot going on, man. It's like, being in the public eye, everything is just going to be speculated on. Everything's going to be just out in the open. So more is going to unfold. But yeah, man, unfortunately, this would happen around December 2nd. And I guess the wages were supposed to be paid for the month of November. And how it's looking is maybe she wasn't working around the month, or her services was not needed. And she felt that she still should be paid because she is living in home. Of course, it's like, I will be doing something else to make my ends meet, if that's what's going on. But a lot's going to unfold. He's going to be charged, and this is going to be public. We all know, and I'm going to keep you guys up to date. I'm going to show you guys all the footage and everything that we got right now. Not the footage, but the reports. Also, the police, they did respond. There was seen some redness on her chest, which obviously shows some type of physicality. I'm not sure, but they didn't take pictures. And usually if you kind of know, like, any type of dispute, especially something physical, especially with somebody who of high stature, they're going to, well, they are taking it very serious, but they're going to take a lot of measures. Like, let me get pictures, let me really be very just and get a lot of evidence. And maybe he was just that good, or that was just a good day for Stefon Diggs, because they did not take pictures and they did not have a lot basically to utilize to back up what she has going on. But which, not majority of the time, there's not a lot that you can use other than somebody's word and what we have. But this is very, very, very unfortunate, man, for all parties involved. I don't got a dog in a fight, so other than that, man, this is just horrible for Cardi B. This is not a good image for Stefon Diggs, Cardi B, for their children. Anything going on around that is not good. Not good, not good. Around coming close to the Super Bowl for the New England Patriots to have this type of stigma around them.
The Patriots for a statement. We have that for you here. It says the New England Patriots are aware of the accusations that have been made regarding Stefon Diggs. Stefon has informed the organization that he categorically denies the allegations. We support Stefon. We will continue to gather information and will cooperate fully with the appropriate authorities and the NFL as necessary. Out of respect for all of the parties involved, and given that this is an ongoing legal matter, we will have no further comment at this time.
We know how things go, especially fans, especially on the opposite team. They're going to come with they're going to throw rocks. They're going to have signs. They're going to do everything. It's going to be a lot coming with this. And this is just very unfortunate. I know Cardi B just had her child, and this is a lot to deal with, which I'm pretty sure why she tried to step in and, hey, let me reach out to you, woman to woman, and just kind of like resolve this, because maybe it can't be resolved without it being this. But let's be honest, man. It could be a big payday. That could be a real reason why it's like, I'm not hearing that. I know for a fact she knows, like, hey, the Super Bowl's going on. Even if it wasn't, you're an NFL player. You don't want that smoke, especially not right now. You don't want that smoke. Who want that smoke? But from the text messages and how it's being brought to us, the public, seemed like he wanted that smoke. Like, it's bad. That's all I can really say, man. Other than that. But yeah, man, more is going to unfold. You know, I'm going to keep y'all in the loop and up to date on everything going on. It's just very unfortunate. But like I said, I know Austin is having a field day because he been getting it. He been getting it bad. Fire's been on his heels, on his behind. We know this. Everything, it's like he ain't get a second to breathe. He breathing right now. Like he's clapping it up. Everything. It's finally his turn to shine. Let's be honest, man. I know he's probably the only person who's looking at the situation like, yeah, I told you, and hey, you get what you get. Hey, it is what it is. Let's be honest, man. But I'm not for none of it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not for the physicality. I'm not for the bashing. I'm not trying to point the finger at nothing because what's happened, hopefully, you know, everybody gets justice and everybody turns out the best outcome. But it looks like if he is charged, it carries about years imprisonment, not just you know, being fined or getting the money that's due or, you know, getting suspended from your football team. But I'm almost 100% sure if he gets the bad end of the stick in the courtroom, yeah, all that NFL, it's over. It's over. It's bad. It ain't looking good. I know he's probably like in his early 30s. You don't really have no wiggle room at all. So if it did happen, bad. That was a bad choice. It shouldn't have happened. You shouldn't have did it. If it didn't happen, it's just messed up because we also see that a lot. That's why I don't want to put too much on either side because we see a lot of situations go bad because people are money hungry, spiteful, maybe things ain't turned out the way they wanted to or they see an opportunity. And everybody gonna pay for it if that is the case. Patriots, Cardi B, Stefon Diggs, his family and everybody. It's just a bad situation. But as more unfolds, I'm going to inform you and keep you up to date on everything going on. But this is a bad situation. Hopefully it just don't get no worse. Hopefully they all could resolve it. I know Stefon Diggs and Cardi B did kind of offer her some hush money, which a lot of people may see like, hey, that's submission to guilt. What are you doing that for if you didn't do nothing? But who wants to go through this? If I can kind of get this resolved, even if I did make a bad move, I'm not saying the physical, but maybe like, hey, I didn't want to pay you, but you like, hey, I'm going to get my money one way or another. Who wants to go through all this?
Diggs is expected to be arraigned next month on January 23rd. That is 2 days before the AFC Championship game.
Who wants my team to pay for it? Who wants you guys to put my child's mother in a horrible situation? Cardi B, like, you know, she has a lot going on, just had a child. Who wants to put my career in jeopardy? Maybe I wasn't thinking fully, or maybe I just, you know, kind of thought you were kind of like pump faking. Who knows? But that nobody wants to go through that. No one. I know I don't. So I don't really see that as a mission to guilt. I see that more like, you know, hey, let's try to be smart and reasonable and get this resolved in a better manner before it hits the fan. But it hit the fan and it's bad. Let's keep it real, man. It's bad. It's looking bad. Everybody's speculating on it. And yeah, he will be seeing these charges, fighting the case. His lawyers are participating and trying to get everything resolved. But yeah, it's up and it's stuck, and we're going to see